you are of a mature age group, let me say that. I'm 52, so I still love wearing makeup, but some things I had to kind of tweak because I have mature skin. So if this is something that you want to learn and put in your makeup tool belt, you're in the right place. Go ahead, stay tuned. I am so excited today. This is my first video ever of me doing makeup, okay? So, disclaimer, I am not a makeup artist. I'm not, but when did you fall in love with wearing makeup? When did that happen? Let me tell you when it happened for me. So a little story time. Before we even get started, when I was a little girl, yes, when I was a little girl, the Saturdays that my dad would take me, my sister, my brother, over to my grandmother's house, and my aunt lived there as well. He was, drop us off for the day, and which was so exciting for me. And the exciting part about going to Grandma Ida's house is the fact I get an opportunity to spend some time with my aunt. And her name is M.A.C, right? Yeah, M.A.C. And the kids were out playing, but not me. I'm sitting in the room watching her put on makeup. And because I could not wear it, I was so fascinated. To watch her just get all glammed up. I'm like, And from that moment on, I was probably maybe 5 or 6 years old. I was hooked. And it was all because of my Aunt Ida May, in the way that she put her makeup on, pull a rouge on and stuff like that. And she looked good, honey. When she walked out. You hear me? So again, I fell in love with makeup. Tell me, when did you drop a comment down there? Let me know, when did you fall in love with wearing makeup? Also, how did you learn? How did you learn about makeup? Did you do like I did? Just go on YouTube, or maybe you just a God-given talent that you knew how to make everything. Before we get started, let me introduce myself. My name is Cynthia. Now, I am the founder and the creator of Crowns of Glory. Now, before we even get started, I want to give you the opportunity to become the newest member of the Royal Nation. Yes, you could be crowned today, honey. Yes, you can. So, again, I am so excited to do this video. I'm kind of nervous, but I'm excited as well. Now, I want to give a big shout out to the best tribe in the world. Yes, in the world. I'm talking about Royal Nation. Woo, 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 woo. Yes, thank you so much, Royal Nation. I absolutely love you. I thank you for watching my videos, interacting with my videos. I absolutely love. I'm going to give you a little nugget now. I have oily skin. I've always had oily skin. Let me tell you what I love it. And I've tried the off-brand, but no, that did not work for me. I like the magnesium, the Philips. And you want the original. You don't want the one with the cherry scent or anything. This right here would keep me matte all day. I probably have a little shine right here, just a little bit, but nothing like what I use and how much I paid for it. It would be good for a couple of hours, maybe. are oily girl like I am, like I said, I know it works for me. I know people like, you don't need to put that on your face, but it works for me. I haven't found anything else, other products. I mean, like I said, I love product. So if you know of a product that, hey, you have tried and you know will work, hey, you know what you need to do. Leave me a comment. Leave the Royal Nation a comment and let us know your secret, honey, because I'm always, exposing my secrets to y'all. So go ahead and share your secrets. And I just dab it in, just like this. That's what I do. Put it all, especially on my T-zone, like this. Again, I don't put it all over my face because I don't have problem with oil all over my face. Typically, it's right here. So once I do that, I just let it dry down. Okay, you want to let it dry. Any primer you use, even with this, you want to let it dry down before you use it. You don't need a lot. I mean, you saw what was on my finger, and let that dry down. I like to go around my hairline right here, and then I will go here because I want to look snatched. I want everything to be pulled together. I want it to look like it's chiseled out, and and I don't do this all the time, but when I'm going out, I will do this. Now, and also I will bring it here. You see, that's my ear. So I'll put some right there and right there, and I'll just blend it out, okay? And then put this back. Now, I've had this black opal for a long time, and I love using that. Now, I have this CoverGirl. I don't even think they make this anymore, but the only time I use it is when I'm doing my next thing I want to do is do my highlights as well. Now, I like to go ahead and do this so I don't have to use that much foundation. Okay, I don't have to use that much foundation because I'm using all my highlights. So what I like to put, I put it right here. Now I draw a line because you want your face to look like, you're awake. I drag it on here. And then I like to put it right here. Again, I'm still looking in the mirror, guys. Now, this is by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Also, I put some here and go up with it. Just like that. And I put a little bit right there. And I put some right here as well. Okay. Now on my nose, the bridge of my nose, I actually like my Pro Concealer, the LA Girl Concealer. I don't know, it just looked better to me. And I have tried that Anastasia on my nose, but it just, I don't know. I just don't like the way it looked. Okay. So, and I'm going to let it kind of dry down. Now I'm going to go back in with this and finish up my nose. So the next thing I want to do, I'm just going to take my finger, my ring finger, and I'm going to blend this in. Well, let me do this before I do that. I will use a little bit of this to kind of mix it up as well. Now this is Born This Way. Just kind of mix it up. I get my ring finger and I would just pat. Just pat it in, okay? And I'll take it all around because I'm going to use this as a primer on my eyelids as well. So when I do my eyeshadow. And I would recommend, if you're new to makeup, you want to practice with anything. You want to practice. You want to, you know, find someone that's easy to follow. When I start looking at people on YouTube, it was probably back in maybe 2014, 15, something like that. And I start watching this young lady on YouTube channel. I think her name is Nitra B. I think so. I love her. I love her. She really breaks things down, so it was easy for me to learn because I've looked at other people and it was just so hard for me to follow. Now, before you even put on your powder. Now, this is from Anastasia as well. Loose setting powder. This is deep peach. So that's what I'm going to use to set my under eye. And because I have mature skin, before when I would do this, it would just start creasing. I hated it so much. So of course, I start researching what can I do. So I saw someone on YouTube and she said that you do this. So I put it on the back of my hand, get my ring finger, and you want to pat this in, okay? Make sure it's kind of like gonna melt it down, and that's what you want, okay? Now, I have high-end makeup, but, you know, I have drugstore makeup as well because I love a good dupe. If I could find a good dupe for anything, I'm dupe-to-dupe. Yep, I'm dupe-to-dupe, honey. Because, you know, the girl want to save some coins. I just want to be a really good steward of what God has blessed me with. So if I could find a really good dupe and it's going to give me the same, you know, look, the same effects, or, you know, some dupes is better than the makeup that is high end. So you just have to try it out. And press it in some more. Press it in. That, and now I'm going to get my loose powder, so that's how it looks, and I just clap it in there. You want to sit on there, so you don't want to do that. You want to sit, just press into it just like that, okay? Just press into it. And I like using makeup brushes and my sponge. You know, this is the only sponge that I really use. Another thing, I like to spray my blender with a little bit, just not too much, kind of make it melt down. That's what you want to do. The most important thing, you need to make sure that you're blending.
Blending.
Yes, blending.
Huh?
Blending.
You want to get into
is
blending.
Your friend. You don't want any harsh lines, demarcations, so people can see exactly where this makeup start and that one end. You do not want to do that, okay? So I'm gonna put this over to the side. I'm gonna use it again a little bit later as well. Another thing, sometimes, I don't do it all the time, I will spray my face as well before I even put my foundation. So I have this little brush here. This is actually by F, but I love this brush because it's very dense. If you see, the bristles are, you know, really short, but it's dense. And that's what I'm going to go ahead and just work this. I just bring it into my hairline. Now, if you wear a wig and you do this, you got to be cautious of the fact if you put your wig on and you have too much of the dark makeup around here, it's going to look like your wig is all the way down here. Okay, I've had that to happen, so that's what I'm telling you. So you need to make sure, if it, like right here, I'm gonna have to clean that up. So you go back and you have to clean that up right here. Get rid of that chin, that gobble gobble. And I bring the makeup over to my ears as well. It's kind of too dark, but when I do my foundation, I'll be able to work out. Okay. The foundation that I'm going to be using is Fenty. And I just pat. When it comes down to my serums and anything like that, typically I'm going to, don't forget your neck, I just pat it in. Then to, especially with mature skin, you don't want to kind of pull on it. You know, gravity is not our friend when you have mature skin, honey. And I talk about going through the change, honey. Yes, going through the change. To my menopause, that girl, she act up. Yes, she do. She just act up. So I started going through menopause about, I think when I was 46, I got a hysterectomy. So, you see, I'm just pressing it in, just like this. I had to get a hysterectomy, and the doctor told me, now this probably send you into early menopause. And hunty, when I tell you, it took about 2 years for me to, you know, start going through menopause. But the crazy thing is, I didn't know it was menopause. I just know I didn't feel like myself. I felt like I was in a fog. My nature is smiling, talking. That's just who I am. And honestly, like I said, I just didn't feel well. My heart started to race. And I ended up going to, because one day I was at work and my heart was like, felt like it was going to pop out my chest. And I was working on a patient. I finished working on that patient, and I told, then I'm like, look, I have to go. I went to the ER. Because I was scared. I'm like, something is not right. And if you know your body, you have to listen to your body. Everyone, but especially ladies, you really need to listen to your body and know when things are changing. And, you know, go to your doctor to see what is going on. When I went through that, I'm like, I'm having a heart attack. Like I said, I just felt like something was wrong. I'm like, something is wrong. Something is wrong. And that went on for a few months. So when I went to the ER, they checked me. Everything was fine. Thank you. Thank God. But I still knew something was not right. I'm going to try not to stop doing what I'm doing because and try to stay focused, guys. But anyway, so now I'm going to do a little bit more to my brush here, and this is by Sigma. A lot of my brushes are by Sigma, honestly. A lot of them are, because I have the and you want to start from here. Actually, I'm so busy talking to you all, I didn't realize that typically I'll go ahead and do my brows right after I do my concealer, and I don't start doing something totally different. But anywho, there's no right or wrong. My gynecologist, and I began to tell her, you know, something is not right. I mean, I'm like, something, I didn't know what, but I knew something was off. She tells me, honey, you're going through menopause. I had no estrogen. I mean, like, nothing. So that's why. And so when she told me, I just started crying, because I'm like, it makes you feel like this. Yes. Your hormones going through the change. Yes. I mean, everyone is different. And I don't have as many hot flashes as I used to. When I first started, I could be working on a patient. I could feel sweat dripping down my back. Yes. It's my hands are sweaty. It's hard for me to take my gloves off because my hands are so sweaty. I mean, it was like, oh, Jesus. And I used to hear people talking about menopause. Now, if you see here, this is actually by M.A.C as well. And this is Spiked. That's the color of this one. And I really love this one. So what I do is I start from the front of the brow, and you want to do really small strokes. Just take your time. Honestly, doing my brows probably take the most time out of everything that I do. My brows take the most time for me to get it done, because your brows are very important, because it's going to frame your face. So you need to make sure that it's not too big, it's not too wide. You know, all those things make a difference. So you want to do that. Just take your time. Just like that. Small strokes. And usually, you know, if you go like here, that's where you want to stop. Concealer, okay. I brought it up here as well. So you want to do that too and kind of blend it out. Okay, so I'm going to the other side. I'm going to do the same thing. Now, guys, understand, I'm looking in the mirror, okay? Short strokes. And I really want to find someone to do the microblading for my eyebrows, but because your eyebrows just frames your face, I want to make sure I go to the right place. And I've seen some they ain't that folk that come out, they don't look right. So I'm in the Atlanta area. So if you know someone and you could vouch for them and know that they are good, you love what they do, drop me a comment, because I actually really want to get this done. I would like to get this done before next year, honestly. But I don't know. I just haven't found anyone that I think that I could really trust to do it. And you need to make sure you have a really good spoolie as well. And with everything you do, you need to make sure that you are blending. You want everything to be blended together. So I start right here and I start doing little small strokes. Little small strokes. And you do this because you don't want it to look really harsh. Okay, you don't want it to look harsh. Okay, I'm going to go to the other side, do the same thing. And you don't have to, one of the things that really slowed me down because I want my eyebrows to look like twins. They don't have to look like twins, but they do need to look like sisters, okay? Yes, I really want to get my eyebrows done. And that would save a lot of time. That would save me a lot of time. Now I take my spoolie. Now I have this, I think I got this from like a beauty supply store, but I like using that to kind of go back through small strokes. And then I take a lighter one and I go to the more at the front of my brow. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Some people don't go through menopause, so all women do not go through menopause. And some people, if they go through it, that they probably have it for a couple years. Some people, the doctor told me, she got patients in their 70s, they still going through menopause. I'm like, that would not be me.
Nope.
No, Lord. I cannot be having a menopause at 70. But it is getting better, thank God. Now also, I will go in. Still want to do those small strokes. Still want to do those small strokes. I had a patient to tell me that she was going through menopause, but it was causing her gums to itch. I've never heard. At the time, I wasn't going through menopause. I'm like, what? But hunty, yes. It could affect you in so many different ways. Let me just say what it was. I could be out or I could be doing something and all of a sudden it feels like something is on my skin, like a piece of hair or something on my leg. It could be on my arm, it could be on my leg. And I remember I was out shopping and I started feeling like something was on my leg, like I had hair. And I kept pulling, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. But come to find out, and I just found this out a couple of months ago, that it's part of menopause. Yes, I looked it up, and he was like, yes, some women feel like something is crawling on them. Another thing that I went through, I would feel the bed at night, it would feel like it's kind of like shaking. Not really hard, but it's like I could feel some movement. And so I kept asking my husband, like, are you moving the bed? He's like, no. But I'm like, well, something happened because I feel the bed kind of moving. He was like, well, I'm not doing it. I'm looking at him side eye. Like, boy, you don't stop playing with me. I'm trying to go to sleep. It's like, I'm not moving this bed. Come to find out, that's another symptom of menopause that you will feel. And it doesn't happen all the time. But when it does, and I'm trying to go to sleep and it feel like the bed just kind of shaking or whatever, it doesn't bother me anymore because I know what it is. Before I didn't know what it was. But things like that, your body will go through different changes. If you're going through the change or have gone through the change, how old were you when you started and how old were you when it ended? Because, like I said, it's getting better. It's getting much better. Thank God. Much better. But still, some days, like I said, those little things that happen to your body. Because when the lady told me that, hey, her gums itch, your gums. What do you mean your gums itch? She said, honey, my gum itch. This is also by M.A.C. And I use this to kind of clean everything up. So this brush, I've had this brush from, I don't know, maybe 12 years. And I think this is by, I don't know what, the name is not even on here anymore. That's how long I've had it. So right here, again, small stroke. I cannot wait to find someone to do this for me. I would do it today. Today. Bringing it down, just dragging it down. So you're gonna bring it down. Now, if you see what I'm just cleaning the brow area. So the product that I had, the foundation that I had still left on here, I'm just going in that and okay, that's all I'm doing. Want to have a really good skincare regimen for night and day. And I know years ago I always heard, you're black, you don't need a sunscreen on. That is not true, guys. That is not true. The only thing with sunscreen, I mean, it's hard to find one that doesn't make us look ashy, which I hate that. So go right here. So I use that. Like I said, you want to keep blending because you don't want that harsh line. So you want to keep blending. Blending is your friend. Yes, blending is your friend. I switch between my finger and my brush. And also my nose, typically I use a highlight This is by M.A.C. This is Gold Deposit, or I will use Trophy Wife. Make sure that you contour, because once you do all that, sometimes your face kind of look what they call flat, which that's why a lot of people want to do highlights and contour and stuff like that to give you that form. So once you do your contour, sometimes you have to go back in with powder and kind of go through. I'm gonna go in with my M.A.C, and this is in dark. I guess I'm gonna use this one. You see I kind of squeeze it like that. Okay, this is deep dark here. And I'm gonna go right over the contour that I had. Now I'm still gonna put some blush on, but I'm doing this to, again, add some dimension to my face. So you wanna go around your hairline with this. Like I said before, I've already used makeup to kind of be a primer for my eyes. But this is another thing that I have been using for years now. This is by, of course, M.A.C. And this M.A.C, you know you girl, right? This is by Improper Copper. I think that's it. Lord, I need to put glass on. But yeah. So what I would do with this, now I use this on my eyes. So I can see this flat brush. This is Sigma as well. A large shader. That's what it says. E60. Go on. I'm kind of. So this is going to act as concealer primer as well. And I have this palette by M.A.C. I have other palettes by M.A.C. I actually put this palette together. So I got all the colors and put it in here. I love this. This is by Morphe 3503. And this is another palette that I like to use by M.A.C. Now this is by Sigma again. This is a taper blending brush. This is E35. So what I would do is dip my brush, and I don't know what color this is, but I promise you I'm going to put it in the bottom of the description box. So I go here, and then the first place that your brush land is the place that you're gonna have the most product, okay? And this is gonna help give some dimension to your eyeshadow, okay? So I like to go a paint pot. So I use this on my eyes as well. So I will go right here in the center. And you really can't see it that well, but once I put my other shadow on top of it, you're gonna be able to see it much, much better. I really go between this eyeshadow here. This is Slow, Fast, Slow Dazzle Shadow. Between this and this one here in the palette. So I think I'm gonna start with this one. Now I'm gonna have to blend this as well. You can see the demarcation of the shadows, which you want to blend it to make sure it's blended all together. So I have this brush by Sigma as well. This is the Tapered Blending E40. So I take this and I just go around, okay? Just like this. In the corner right here, I always go darker. So I go in with this dark brown. It's not the darkest brown, but I started right here because again, the first place you place your brush is going to have the most product, okay? But again, blending is just going to bring everything together. All right, so it's just going to marry them together. And if you miss a spot, go back in. Go back in. Now I'm going in with the darkest brown right here. See, I don't use that much. Again, where you point it, place it, you're gonna have the most color. I'm gonna go in with this. I'm probably gonna have to go back through here once I put my eyeliner on, but I like to do this, just make my eyes look like I'm awake. I know, I have big eyes anyway, but still. I'm trying. Anyway, I am going to do my eyeliner. So this is the eyeliner that I have. And this is, I think this is by L'Oreal. Yes, this is by L'Oreal. So I have that. This little brush came with another eyeliner that I used to have, but I still have the brush. And I have other brushes for my eyeliner. But I tell you, I don't know, I always gravitate to this little brush. And I've had it for so many years. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my waterline. Get more product, I'm going on top. And I'm going to start right here. I'm making an outline. Now I'm going in with my blush, and this is, I think, Raisin by M.A.C, right here. And this is a Sigma brush as well. Now, I will start here, and you always want to go up, okay? And I'll bring it up just a little bit over there. Sometimes I get kind of heavy-handed with my blush. So back in. Do it like that. This Essence mascara, when I tell you I love this stuff. I got it from Opal. I don't do my lower lashes that often. I really don't. So I just and the glue is Duo. You want to let it get kind of tacky. You have to make sure that this corner don't end up landing on your tear duct, because if I put it on there, oh, it's just irritating. I have to take it off and get it right. So I can't bring it all the way down here because your lashes is not going to grow all down there anyway. Calm it down just a little bit. And last thing, I'm going to use my finger. Put some on my nose, right here, and right there. Just I'm going to use my finger, but I think I'm going to go ahead of it. See, I think I'm going to do that. All right, guys. Got one more thing to do. Yes, and that's my lips. So my signature lips, I have two. Let me do this first. is a red lip, and a lot of times when I do videos, I'm gonna have on a red lip. I love a classic red lip. I love it, love it, love it. I got so many red lipstick or whatever, lip liner, all of them, MAC, all of them, all their reds. I have that. But the ones that I've really been using a lot of is my Fenty, I think this is MVP, and then I have my Chanel. When I tell you I'm in love with Chanel, I love this red right here. It is so, so pretty. And it lasts and it stays on for so long. So it is worth the money. To me, it's worth the money. To me, it's worth the money. So I'm going to go in with my lip liner. The lip liner that I'm going to use, this is by, I think it's by L'Oreal. Yeah, this is L'Oreal. This is the 102. I have the 100 and 102. I love L'Oreal lip pencil because it's so smooth. But the thing that I don't like about it, that they break so easily. They break so easily. So I'm going to start where my Cupid bow is. You see here, I go like right down the top. And then I trace it down my actual lip. Even though I use my lipstick, I still like to kind of fill it in just a little bit. And this is MAC. This is Ruby Woo. And that's why you need to make sure you moisturize your lips, because you want this to go on smooth. Now I'm gonna use my Fenty. Gonna close my, gotta close down just slightly. right, I'm gonna follow it up. A lot of times I like to have just a matte lip, but sometimes I want a little shine, just a little bit. And another little trick that I learned to just look like you got some voluptuous lips. Just put a little bit right there. And I take this. So by adding like that little shadow right there, and get a, it's gonna look like you have some voluptuous lips. Cause you know, makeup is just really an illusion. You know, that's what it is. It's an illusion. That is it, guys. I love it. So hopefully I have given you a little some tips along the way. I know this video has been like mad long, but I love talking to you all as well. It doesn't take me this long, but since I love to talk and I can't talk and do this at the same time, whatever. But I have really enjoyed. I don't know if I'm gonna ever do this again. I don't want to know what color, how do you do this, blah blah blah, whatever. And I decided to just kind of bring you over and how, you know, I get myself together and all of that. So again, I hope I was able to share with you some of the wonderful products that I love. I'm going to put some of the products in the description down there. I don't know if I'm going to put all of them because you see I have a lot, okay? But some of the main ones I'm going to put in the description down below, so you can click in there and pick some up for yourself, okay? I absolutely love you guys. Now, again, if this is your first time tuning in, yes, and you were able to get some really good, juicy information, what you need to do is to go ahead and subscribe. And I don't know why you haven't done it. I'll wait. I'm waiting. You did it? That's good. Yes. So subscribe, the like, the share. Drop a comment and let me know this, you know, you just became the newest member of the Royal Nation, honey, because we want to be able to cheer you up. We absolutely love new members. So again, guys, I absolutely love you. And I always say, wear your crown with confidence. Until next time, I love you. Bye.